अच्छा भाई साहब आप कहाँ से हैं?
लीबिया से आए।
ते किहड़े देश में जाएंगे?
बांग्लादेश।
ते हुण जो लड़ाई लगी है लीबिया में, आपको क्या तकलीफ आई?
खूब डर लगती है और लीबिया का बहुत प्रॉब्लम होता है। लीबिया का बंगाली का लीबियन अटैक करती है, उसे मारती है।
कितनी देर हुई इस कैंप में आए?
20 तारीख 23।
अच्छा
23 तारीख में अभी नहीं जाती हूँ।
आप इतने फंसे हैं?
ये अभी 13 तक थी।
ते क्या मुश्किल है वहाँ? इतने क्या मुश्किल?
खाना भी मुश्किल है, टॉयलेट भी मुश्किल है, पानी भी मुश्किल है।
अच्छा
स्लीप सोना भी मुश्किल है,
सोना
खाना पीना सब भी मुश्किल है।
ते आपकी फैमिली बांग्लादेश में है?
ये मेरा
हुण तुहाडी पे कमाई भी बंद है ना?
कमाई भी बंद है।
ते हुण लीबिया तो जा नहीं सकते?
जा सकते।
हुण बांग्लादेश की फ्लाइट उड़ीक दे?
बांग्लादेश की फ्लाइट अभी मिले, काल मिले, बोलते
बोली जाते
किंतु नहीं मिलेगा।
अच्छा कितने बांग्लादेशी है कैंप में?
इधर पे 3,000।
अच्छा
अच्छा
Here's the water, as promised. It's now in the military camp getting delivered. We need more trucks like that, but like I said, Khalsa Aid here to serve. And when we serve, we want to serve properly, so that people benefit, not just a few pallets. This is a huge truck loaded, double or treble tiered, and another one will follow soon. So we thank everyone who believe in our work. This is what we do. This is amazing. Thanks to the Sangha. Okay.
I've got to show a ticket which tells how many.
Okay, so people are queuing here. This is a men's queue. It goes all the way around to the front where the trees are, and to the left.
Yeah.
And the women's queues here.
Women queue here. Yeah.
And that's where the food point is over there, at the tent. And you're basically, hang on. So Khalsa Aid from us is helping you yourselves, the UN and your basically group here, to hire 10 security guards.
Yes.
To help with managing the queues and security.
That's correct. The big problem is closer to the feeding station.
Yeah.
And this is where we start getting crowds pushing, and instead of having 2 orderly queues, they then try to turn it into 5 or 6 queues, and it just gets out of control, and it actually slows it down. So what we need is controllers who can keep the people in their right queues and stop the whole thing turning into a mob rush.
Sure. And this is why when I heard your staff complaining that they get under attack and they, the danger of being pushed aside, etc., etc., that's why we acted. And luckily for us, you're from the UK as well. We're from the UK, and we can communicate with each other. So I mean, our people who in the Khalsa Aid, they're not really used to this sort of, I think, raw emotions from the mobs who are basically desperate, to be honest.
No, they're completely traumatized by what's happened to them, and then they come here and they get stressed out and they're very unhappy about the situation. And sometimes the only way they can get this frustration out is to kick back at the authority, and we are seen as the authority.
As the authority, yes, I noticed. Yeah, anybody, foreign or workers, local workers, they are. Any message for our donors for Khalsa Aid?
No, well, what you're doing is fantastic. I mean, we need all the help we can get here. There's a lot of people here who are totally disadvantaged, and even the future for them doesn't look bright. A lot of some of the countries that had the capacity, their embassies have already put them on charter planes, taken them out of the country. But these are the people from the
very
really
poor civil strife,
worst cases of Africa, and these are the people who are really suffering, and they need all the help they can get.
Well, let's join hands and see what happens. I think feeding time is going to start soon. We'll be here, and then next week we start the program, and the next week funding the 10 security guards from Khalsa Aid. We're proud of what you guys are doing here, because I'll tell you one thing, I don't think people realize the difficulties of dealing with several nationalities in one camp. I think that's where it comes down to, because you got the bully boys, you got the calmer ones.
You got every problem that you find in this sort of environment. You get it all here. There's gangs, there's little mafia groups, there's people running drugs.
I heard there's also agents here as well to stir trouble from the other side of the border.
There's people from both sides of the conflict trying to stir up problems. There's pro-Gaddafi elements in here.
There are. I've seen.
There's anti-Gaddafi elements. There's pro-Tunisian government elements, and there's a whole potpourri of problems.
So you need a big heart to be here, and also to realize the problems and to put up with any, I think, mob violence or stirring that's going on. It is difficult, but
the humanitarian people who are working here, they do a really good job, and it's a thankless task because
it is.
You know, they work in this sort of environment. There's a big misconception out there that these humanitarian workers get massive tons of money. That's not true. Some of them,
the risks you take as well.
Yeah, the risks they take and the environment they're living in. I mean, you haven't seen it today, but a couple of days ago we had a dust storm.
I was here. You couldn't breathe. But couldn't see nothing.
In that dust is all of people have been defecating outside of the camp.
Yeah, it's coming in with the dust.
That dries up, and you're breathing that in. So no wonder a lot of the
TB now
humanitarian workers get illnesses as well. And so far we're lucky there has been no big illnesses in this camp. I mean, a couple of tent fires where tents have been burnt down and 4 or 5 people died.
I also heard that 50, 60 tents are missing every night from Hovik.
Yeah, there's
the UNHCR guy.
There's people coming into
from
this camp at night, stealing from the camp. So,
well, you know what? You guys are doing a great job, and we're proud to be close to you guys here. And hopefully, our donors continue to provide water, especially for the very vulnerable, which we're doing here, and helping with the security. So, Bill, thank you very much, sir.
No, we really appreciate the good work you're doing and the support. It's much needed.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.